Hey guys, Alex from 7th Hour Films back again with Black Clover. Last time around we had Behind the Mask. Behind the Mask. Man, normally I'm not the greatest singer, but today's an especially bad day. I really shouldn't be singing, but anyway. Behind the Mask, or you can make a Persona 5 reference here, I think, if you're into that. I don't know. That is like the best thing from Persona 5 is that song that they play, the boo 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 boo, just that one. The Persona 5 song. I know there are others, but nobody cares. Anyway, Golden Dawn defeated the Diamond Kingdom. It's been 2 weeks, guys, and I'm also sick. We'll talk about that in a sec. They defeated the Diamond Kingdom. Yami asked Vengeance to remove his mask and check and see if he was actually licked. And he wasn't. And we got backstory on Vengeance and how he met Julius, and he seems to be overall a pretty good guy, actually. Now, if only the rest of Golden Dawn was as cool as he was. And there was also a confrontation between Finral and his brother Langris. And Finral basically challenged him in saying that the Black Bulls would be the best Magic Knight squad. So that went well. And yeah, that's pretty much where we left off. Also, there was a meeting between Asta and Yuno, so that too. I'm sick. I'm a little sick. I gotta be honest. I'm not so bad. I don't even know if you can hear it in my voice. Maybe not, but my nose has been stuffy for a few days, and now my throat is very scratchy, and so I'm going to be coughing a lot during this episode. So yeah, this and the next episode, I will probably be a bit more low energy than normal, but I gotta get this work done. I gotta record because, I mean, good grief, I gotta make money some way. You know, I can't take 2 weeks off, basically. You know, I took last week off because I went on a vacation. I went to LA, had a great time there, but I think I must have just caught something on the way home, so oh well. I am taking medicine, by the way. I'm not just sitting here sick forever. I am taking medicine, but yeah, so it's going to be difficult. Luckily, I've only got the regular shows today to record, so I'm not doing Doctor Who or anything like that. So hopefully we should be good. Just know that I'm going to be coughing and sniffling throughout this and the next episode. So hopefully we'll be better next week, though. So yeah, that's pretty much that. Like always, the reaction is down in the description and in the pinned comment for your viewing pleasure. So let's go ahead and jump right into this episode of Black Clover. Here we go. Alright. So, new problem. I mean, so at first I just thought, well, maybe because he has no magic, that magic recovery wouldn't work, but it's specifically that there is an ancient curse placed on his arms, preventing them from being healed. At least right now, by Dr. Owen. So they need to find something else that can deal with an ancient curse, which is interesting. So ancient curses, I'm going to put it out there, because I made the comment, well, couldn't Asta tap his arms with his swords and the curse would be lifted? Clearly it doesn't work like that. Just on the fact that they didn't bring that up whatsoever, and this is now a problem. Yeah, I'm just gonna say that's, well, I guess the main thing is a curse different from magic, you know? Because his swords are magic nullifying. So, well, one of them is. The big sword, the Buster Sword, is magic nullifying, and the other sword does do that too, but it's more magic absorbing, specifically. So, either way, must not work on curses. So, well, yeah. But I do like, well, first off, I like that they have this big secret. What did he tell Asta? I'm so glad that was just revealed in the same episode, Like, I'm really glad for that, because it's like, I hate it when it's like, oh, we gotta tell a secret, and it's like, we'll tell you later, and it's like, man, just fucking, can we not? And, for a second I was like, oh, maybe he'll have to keep it a secret, from them or something, like, maybe we'll find out, but he has to keep it a secret from them, and no, or like, Finral tells him that he knows, but he doesn't tell the rest of the team, nope, Finral just tells all of them what's going on, and that's just that. And it's like, okay, and now we're going to work on this. And it's like, good, Almost turned into Porky Pig for a sec. I'm good, It's like, I like that. I like that better than, we have to keep this secret, we have to keep this a secret or something, And even, like, when Asta finds out that they all know, it's not a thing of, like, oh, they're gonna look down on me or anything like that. She's just like, oh my god, my friends are amazing, My friends are so incredible that they're all willing to go out and look for a cure just for me, But it's more than... It's more than friends. It's more than friends. This is his family, I need a scene where the Black Bulls go back to Hague and meet the folks at the church. I want them to meet Sister Lily and the priest and the kids. Like, I want a big dinner between the Black Bulls and the church at Hague, because, man, we need Asta's families to meet, because we kind of already did that with Yuno, because Yuno had his new family, which is smaller than Asta's, because it's not all of Golden Dawn, it's just Klaus and Mimosa, but they met the church at Hague, so we need a scene where the Black Bulls meet the people of Hague. That'd be nice. Boy. Man. And it's so great, too, because the Black Bulls... I like that it's like, we have finally cleared our debt of stars, We are no longer in the black. We have finally gotten it up to 0. Now we can actually start earning stars. Like, that's incredible, But it makes sense. They defeated one of the major terrorists and secured and completed their mission, getting the magic stone. So it makes sense that that they cleared it all. It would have been nice if they had just gotten like 1. Like, they've cleared it out 2-0, but it would be nice if they just got 1 star from that. But hey, it's still good work. It's still good work. So, this is a great team. And they're all going out to find a cure, To find a cure for this curse that is afflicting Asta's arms. Which, I mean, and I do like, when they all go to, like, see him, they're watching him from a distance. What you would expect is, I kept waiting the entire episode for a tear to roll down his face, but it never happened. Well, I mean, it kind of happened. It kind of happened when he was thinking about his friends at the end, but, like, you'd almost expect that, because especially with the flashbacks that he's getting of, oh, you're a loser, that freaking dude from episode 1, like, right before he beat the shit out of him and stuff. And it's just like, oh, you're a loser, you're nothing without magic and stuff. Like, they flash back to when Seke was slightly intimidating, And it's just like, oh, man. But I like that, again, I like that it plays with, kind of how this scene would normally go in Shonen, where it's just like, here, they see it's like, oh, is he about to break down? Is he going to be depressed from all this? And instead he just gets up and is like, fuck you. fuck you, I'm gonna get better even without my arms. And they're all just like, oh, good grief. It's just like, no, you cannot fathom how Asta's mind works. This does not put him down. It just means he has to work harder, you know? Is it childish? Probably. But is there anything wrong with that? You know? Like, some of his convictions, you can honestly say, like, his rivalry with Yuno and, you know, now his dedication to find a new way of fighting, even without his arms. It's like, I feel like anyone could look at that and be like, what a childish conviction. That's not how the world works, you know? But that's exactly what they do in this show, is, you know, the people look at him and they're like, that's childish. That doesn't work. Your dream is not going to come true, because that's not how the world works. But you know what? It's like, I guess I referenced this in during the OP, but I'm watching Orb on the movements of the Earth, and there's a great line in there when they're talking about heliocentrism, and they're talking about, you know, because they're coming up with the concept of that the Earth moves, and basically one of them says, like, you know, who do you think came up with all of this? You know, who do you think this, like, created this material of heliocentrism? And they say it was a 12-year-old boy. And one of them basically says, of course it was, because only a 12-year-old would try to move the world, you know? And that's such a great line in that show. But quite honestly, it kind of applies here. Yeah, granted, Asta's about 15. He's probably going on 16 now. Ugh, my fucking nose. But even still, it's like, you could say his dreams and his convictions are very childish, but is that even wrong, you know? Maybe that's exactly what he needs. Otherwise, the rest of his life, he's just going to go into a depression, and that's going to be it. His life is going to be over right here, right now, you know? Because he would look at it and be like, well, my arms will never work again. Guess that's it. I'm done, you know? I have to give that up. I got to go tell Yuno to find another rival, you know? But, no, he's just like, screw this, you know? I am going to find a cure for my arms, and in the meantime, I'm going to find a way to fight without my arms, you know? He just needs to get some good kicking boots, you know? Anti-magic boots that he can use to kick with. That's what he needs now. And it's so funny that he's essentially... that now Asta is kind of going the same way as Deku, but I like that they get to it immediately, because that was always kind of one of the things about My Hero, is they're like, oh, you know, if you use your full power, you know, just 2 or 3 more times, your arms will never be used again. And then 5 seasons later, he's still breaking his arms, and they're like, well, two more times, and it's gonna be gone. It's like, what? It's like that. It was a consequence that never really came into play, and just overall became useless in the show. So I don't know, but that's a whole other thing. But I like that here it's just like, no, you can't use your arms at all now. Like, you're fucked right now. It's not a thing of you'll be fucked later. It's like, no, you are fucked right now, you know? And that is a problem. Now, there is the hope that he can fix this, you know? And everyone is looking for a cure for this ancient curse. You know, it's not just that, oh, he broke his arms beyond repair. It's that he's specifically inflicted by a curse, you know? But still, it's like, I like that it's like, no, there are consequences right this damn second. Not 3 seasons from now, you know? And I like that. I really enjoy that. So, there's just another me saying this show is awesome. So, because it does, this show, I mean, you guys pointed out, it is very standard shonen. I know, my nose is getting so stuffy. I'm really losing it now. It is very standard shonen, but it does all the things you want a shonen to do when you want it, you know? And that is kind of a problem with shonen, because you watch some of these shonen anime and you're like, do this thing, and then if you're lucky, 10 episodes from when you say that, they'll do the thing, you know? But most of the time, It'll be many, dozens of episodes or even, seasons from now when they actually do the thing that you said they should do. Whereas here, like, this does it before I even say it, Before I even say, I hope that this isn't just a secret that A, they keep from the audience for forever, or B, they keep from the rest of the team forever. They just dispel that just instantly with Finral telling all of them and telling us what Dr. Owen said, And here it's like, yeah, there are immediate consequences to what happened. Now, granted, again, it is an ancient curse. It's not just that he fucked up his arms beyond use. It's that there is a curse. But still, how many times did we hear in My Hero Academia, well, if you use your full power again, your arms are going to be really, really bad. And it's just like, they still said that in like season 6, and it's just like, when are his arms going to give out? Either make them give out, or don't say that in the first place. Because you're just creating this artificial, like, problem, basically. Because it's like, if it's never going to actually be a problem, then don't address it in the first place, Whereas here, this addresses this does a full thing of a problem before we even realized it was a problem, It wasn't a thing of, oh, his arms just aren't getting better, and then 10 episodes from now, maybe we hear about it or something, I don't know. I don't know how to put it into words, but it's just like this. I'm so glad. And this was all one episode that did this. This told us everything we need to know about the situation with Asta's arms right here. And it's also building on all the goodwill we have with the Black Bulls. The fact that they're all immediately like, yeah, we're going to go do something to help Asta. And it's like, good, thank you. It's like, it is such a weird thing that it's like, if I were to recommend Black Clover to someone, I would be like, hey, Black Clover is one of the most standard shonen anime you will ever find, but it does it in a very efficient way and does it very, very well. It streamlines a lot of the things and avoids a lot of the problems that most shonen have, but it's not reinventing the wheel, really. It's a little different just in the setting of this sort of medieval fantasy, but even then it doesn't really explore that too much. But it is just a very standard shonen anime. It's not trying to reinvent the wheel. It's not trying to be the greatest thing since sliced bread, but it's good. And it streamlines a lot of the problems that shonen anime have, Problems that I have constantly ranted about. My Hero Academia, Jujutsu Kaisen, that stuff. It's like, those problems do not exist here. And I thank all of you after Jujutsu Kaisen for telling me about this show, because this is awesome. I just, honestly, my only regret is not watching this sooner. Like, I wish I had heard about this sooner, because this is so good, man. It's kind of the same, during Vinland Saga, I was like, oh, this is the Attack on Titan I always wanted, kinda. Like, this is what Attack on Titan should have been, And it's just like, man, it's just so good, So yeah, and we still got another episode to do. So, with all of that being said, I'm Alex from 7th Hour Films, and I will see you guys next time. Take care. Alright guys, thanks for watching this video. There's a bunch of links on screen if you want to go click around any of those. There's a playlist with all of my Black Clover reactions, as well as another video to go click on if you want. There's also a subscribe button and a Patreon button on screen, as well as other links in the description if you want to go check out any of those. See you guys later.